Hello and welcome everyone to this week's meal prep. So we have not one, but two special guests with us. So we will see how this goes. As you know, Jules, she's been meal prepping with us before, so she will likely last the entire meal prep. This is someone else's first meal prep session, so we will see how things go. So this week we have 4 meals that we're prepping. So we have some Thai almond chicken that we will be putting in the crock pot. We have 2 lovely sheet pan meals. So our salmon, we pretty much have salmon every week, and so that'll be a sheet pan meal. And then we also have a sausage sheet pan meal, which is very kid friendly. They absolutely love it. And lastly, we have our skillet meal, which is some honey sesame seed chicken. All right, so we have our equipment. Someone got rehomed, so you will just hear in the background. But we have our measuring cups. We have our cutting board. I'll go get my knife. Plastic bags. We have our plastic bag holder, and then we will also need to get just a container that has a lid. That's where we'll put our potatoes. So we'll get all of that started. And then we'll get all that collected, and then we'll get meal prepping. We're going to go ahead and get started. One more thing that you need is a peeler. So we'll go ahead and get started with the sweet potatoes. So I'm going to grab our sweet potatoes, and so we're going to use purple sweet potatoes this time. And so I'm just going to rinse them off really quickly. Hey Ruby, can you move all the measuring cups? All right, so we're going to go do these 2 sweet potatoes. So I'm going to peel them, and then we will get started. So I have my instructions. Your instructions will pop up on the screen whenever it's time for us to start measuring things. All right. And so these are a lovely purple color. So we're back, and we're going again. So I try and normally do this while Ruby's at school, or lately I've been doing this while Ruby's at school, but it's something Ruby really enjoys. And so I want to let her do it with me if I have the time. Ruby, can you tell them what you did at school today?
I made a gingerbread house.
Was that fun?
Yeah, and my sister came and made a gingerbread man too. And today I was having so much fun that I was playing with new friends. And as the little one, if she wants to do something and no one gives it to it, she would just be popping up and going and not, and and then and the video. So please don't care.
So what did you want to tell them?
I made a gingerbread house, and I put some fairy dust on it, and it's actually not fairy dust because you can eat it. Merry Christmas. Wish you all good night, because it's almost nighttime. But with that,
and so we use these purple sweet potatoes. I don't know if I said, we typically make a sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving. A purple sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving.
And
did you eat
so
any?
Yummy.
Yes, isn't it?
Yeah, because it has a pretty color. I'll show you.
And so that pretty much is the color of the pie, and it is absolutely scrumptious.
Yeah, because she puts little things inside of it, and it's probably made out of gingerbread or gingerbread crust. As you know, I made a gingerbread house today. And we put candy on it. Well, other people made the gingerbread house
So other people assembled the gingerbread houses, but Ruby got to decorate. So we are just going to cube these sweet potatoes. They're going on the sheet pan meal with the sausage. Ruby, you're going to cut the broccoli. I don't think you're going to be able to cut these sweet potatoes, but we'll see. Just wait, Ruby. Wait for mommy. Alright, and so Ruby has her own special knives. So Ruby had a functional knife since she probably was a little over a year old. Her first knife was just made of wood, but it got the job done on what was appropriate for her to cut. And so I'm just going to start cutting this in half. And of course the spices are blocking your view. Hold on, Ruby. I'm going to cut them into small pieces and then we'll see if your knife will work, okay? Alright. And so you do want these to be relatively the same size, just so that they'll cook a little, just so they'll cook evenly. But it's a sheet pan meal, so. Alright, let me hold your knife. Let's see if your knife can cut this. You might have to do the broccoli. Oh, yeah, your knife, you're going to have to put too much elbow grease in. But you'll get to measure everything, so. Can you grab this for me and hold this? Alright. So what's your favorite thing about this time of year, Ruby?
You get to get presents.
Really? That's your favorite thing?
And you're celebrating Jesus' birthday. He was born on the first Christmas.
He was born on the first Christmas? That's awesome, Ruby.
And there was another one that lives in heaven. His name is God. And those two are brothers.
That's one way to think about it.
I learned that at school. Because you never stop. You keep on learning.
Keep on learning? Is there anything Mommy needs to learn?
No.
No?
I mean, yes.
What does Mommy need to learn?
I mean, nothing.
Mommies don't know everything?
Yes, they do.
Mommies know a lot. We don't know everything. We do know a lot.
At least dads know every single thing. Except for kids who learn more, they will learn.
Alright, so I'm just going to finish cutting up this sweet potato. We don't have a terrible lot to cut up today. So we have the sweet potato. We'll cut up the broccoli. We do have to cut some chicken. Sorry, Aaron. So we'll cut the chicken for the sesame seed chicken. But the chicken for the crock pot, we won't cut that up. So you'll be able to either shred that if you need to, but I bought chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and so that's what I'll be using. Oh, we're almost full. So once we get done with this, we will be able to set that to the side.
As I will be doing the job at the movie has been.
Alright. Hold on, let me move it over. Uh-oh, we overfilled it. I overfilled it again, Ruby. Again. Alright. You put those in. And so my goal is, hopefully if Ruby does this enough with me, one day she might be able to do it by herself. Alright, so those are our purple sweet potatoes. So now we're going to move on to our broccoli. Ooh, I left my green beans in the refrigerator, Ruby. Oh no. You're going to go get the green beans out of the refrigerator? Thank you. Oh, do you see them, Ruby? They're in a big green bag. Good job. At this rate, Ruby might have earned herself a permanent position. Alright, so I'm just rinsing off my broccoli. Alright, so the green beans, so these are the green beans that I have. So I typically buy this big bag. So they're already snipped, washed, and ready to use. Please wait, Ruby. So I don't have to do anything to these green beans. So they're going with the sweet potatoes, and they'll go with the sausage. So this will be a really quick meal to kind of get prepped. And so that's one thing, just some links of sausage I kind of always have in my house. That way, if we need a quick dinner, something to just get on the table really, really quickly, that is one of my go-tos. Perfect, Ruby. And then once you're done, you're just going to sweep them in there.
No, not really. Actually.
Oh, no, you're right. Good job, Ruby. There you go. All right. So Ruby is going to be cutting up the broccoli for us. And I am going to
have this little piece.
Just put it in there, Ruby. All right. While Ruby is doing that, I'm going to just grab my potatoes and give them a quick rinse. So with potatoes, sweet potatoes are fine, but if you're doing anything with white potatoes, you do need to kind of store them in water to keep them from turning brown. So I'm going to cut these up, and then we'll either have these today or tomorrow. If your potatoes are small enough and you don't have to cut them, then you don't have to worry about it. But that is one of the things with meal prepping regular potatoes. You do have to make sure that they don't turn brown. And so by putting them in water, that keeps them from turning brown. And so I will grab a container, and I will, you okay? I will grab a container, and I will make sure that we get these in water. You good? Okay. All right, and so with the salmon meal this week is paired with the broccoli and the potatoes, and because that's what it's paired with, we have to be a little specific in how we are going to actually cook it. So we're going to put those potatoes. That's fine; it can go in there. We're going to put the potatoes on the sheet pan first, let them cook for a little bit, and then we will add the salmon later, because the salmon cooks really quickly and the potatoes are going to take a little bit longer. So you're going to give the potatoes about 20 minutes to cook while you're marinating your salmon. So we'll make the marinade today. We'll add the salmon to it on the day of that we're actually cooking it. And then while it's marinating will be while the potatoes are cooking, and then you'll pull that out, add you will add the salmon to the sheet pan, cover it up with the rest of the marinade, and the broccoli at that time. All right, I'm going to help you cut up some of the broccoli, okay?
Okay.
All right. And so we're just cutting the trunks and leaving the leaves.
This one has too many.
It has too many. Mommy can cut it in half. All right. Perfect. Oh, you still got one left? Okay. All right, let's cut off this big chunk. Boop. All right, that's good enough. That's good enough, Ruby. That's good enough. Okay, so we're going to take this out, take all our broccoli out, and put it to the side. All right, so we'll put this over to the side. Next, we will get our potatoes out. Make sure we're switching our containers. All right. And Ruby, I'm not sure your knife is going to be strong enough for this, but we will see. Oh, the potato tried to escape. Why don't I put the knife down? That probably will help. Hold on, Ruby. Hold on. All right. And so most of these, they're about an inch. And so I'm just going to be cutting them in half. All right. Hey, Ruby, I'm going to cut them, and then you're going to put them in the thing. I don't think your knife is quite strong enough.
It's doing it.
Okay. All right. So Ruby's knife is doing it. And of course, you want to try and keep your area as clean as possible. So once you cut them, oh, what was that, Ruby?
If it gets too dirty, it might get on the food and it might make you sick.
That is possible. Hey, Ruby, what were you telling me at lunch today? What were you in?
I wanted some milk from the cafeteria.
Not that. What were you telling me about healthy food and carrots and sweet food?
It will make you strong and you'll be healthy.
And who eats carrots?
The reindeer.
The reindeer eat carrots?
Yeah. So make sure when you think Santa's gonna come, so make sure on Christmas Eve you put carrots on the reindeer on the plate because reindeer love carrots.
What else is going on the plate, baby girl?
Some cookies with some milk, and we're gonna put a lot because of the elves.
Oh, we're making cookies for the elves too?
No, carrots.
Carrots for the elves?
Yeah.
You think the elves want carrots?
Okay, cookies.
Alright, and there you have it. Alright, so we are done with our potatoes, and for the most part, we're done chopping. So we're getting to the assembly part. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in here and cover it with water. Alright, so now I'm going to move this to the back. Yes, you can use that. Alright, and then I'm going to move my cutting board to the back as well.
And just leave those extra pieces of broccoli until you're done with the cutting board, and then just throw them away. Now it's time for the bags.
So now we're making our Thai almond chicken. So we have our plastic bag ready. Ruby did an expert job opening the coconut milk. So we're gonna put in a can of coconut milk. I got it, Ruby. I got it, Ruby. All right, so we're gonna start with that. Can you find the almond butter for me? Where is the almond butter?
What happened to this?
That is ginger. All right, so almond butter is right here. So you can use peanut butter or almond butter, either way. Our almond butter is a little separated, so we're going to give ours a little stir. Maybe it's separated because we've never used it before, Ruby.
Yeah.
And it still has the seal on it. All right. Wait, Ruby. You're going to have to wait for me because this will make a big mess. Can you find the measuring cup that has a 1 and a 2? It should have a 1 and a 2. It should be one of the bigger ones, okay? Probably the second from the bottom, but it should have a 1 and a 2. Does it have a 1 and a 2?
Yes.
All right. Plug that back in for me, please.
Mommy, that time I didn't touch it, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay, Ruby. Thank you. All right. So let's see. You hold this, Ruby. You hold that. I don't want to get too much oil in it.
They have the same color, but it has the name, so you won't. If you want almond butter, you have to go in the butter section.
All right, let me get a.
You'll see the almond butter.
So almond butter and peanut butter look alike? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you might not get them mixed up.
All right.
Because almond butter has oil in it.
Yeah, peanut butter doesn't quite separate like almond butter does.
But it's just that they're the same color.
Yeah. Alright. Ooh.
Make sure you get almond butter because almond butter tastes so sweet. It tastes like...
Alright, we're almost there.
Carrots.
Almond butter tastes like carrots?
Yes.
Alright, this should be enough. Okay. Like half of this recipe is going to be just getting the almond butter out of the container. Alright. Go ahead and dump that in for me, Ruby. Alright, there you go. Perfect. And then we need 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So I'm going to go ahead and juice a lime really quickly. So I got it, Ruby. I got it. So one thing, this recipe does call for ginger, and it calls for fresh ginger. But of course, we are all about saving some time. And so if you wanted to, you could save some time by just buying the lime juice, so you don't have to juice a lime. So I'm using this to juice my lime. And so you need 2 tablespoons. Mommy, can you get the tablespoon?
What does it look like?
It should have a T, a B, and an S. TBSP. I think it's the one on the top over there. Yes. Yep. One. Yep. All right. So hold it. Put it down. Put it down. Perfect. All right. So we need 2. So there's 1. Try not to spill it. Good job. Pour it in there. All right. 1. Ruby, put it down. You're moving it. Put it down. Let go, Ruby. All right. Oh, let's get us a little bit more. All right, and that's 2. So what I was saying is, if you're using fresh ginger, so you want to get the ginger, you're going to peel it. You're going to peel it using the you're going to peel it like using a spoon. And so what we're going to use is we're going to use some crushed ginger. So this comes, and it's kind of the ginger is already ready to go. All right, and so we are going to just take 2 of these little cubes and push them in.
Just 2?
Yep, just 2. Let's see, it calls for 1 tablespoon. So you're probably right. We probably do need 3. Yes, Ruby, that is a tablespoon, but we're just going to push it in from here. All right, and so I started using this recently, and so the hardest part is getting it out of the container, honestly.
That's the very super hardest part.
Yeah, the super hardest part.
And if you can't, just use a knife.
So if you're using
this knife for your kid, if your kid is helping you milk.
Where's the tablespoon? Can you bring the tablespoon back over here? It's this one. It's that one. All right, I'm going to do these. So we need 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I got this. I'm using my coconut aminos. I believe
it's my favorite kind of sauce.
I also believe you could use like a tamarind sauce as a soy alternative. Alright, so we did that. Now we need some brown sugar. Alright, and we're also using coconut brown sugar.
The same thing?
Yep, you hold it. We need 2 of these. So you hold it, and I am going to fill it up. Alright, pour. Dump it. Alright, and again. Dump it. Alright, so we did that. We did put in our ginger. We're going to use half a teaspoon of some red pepper flakes. So my house doesn't do a lot of spicy, so we're just going to do a little bit in here. Alright, and so we're just putting in a couple. So we have the heat, but not too much. The last thing we need is our garlic. So, of course, we use our minced garlic. And so we're going to do, it's called for 3 cloves. So we're going to do 3 tablespoons. You cover your mouth whenever you cough. All right, I got it, Ruby. I got this one. All right, and so we're just going to, this is a half a tablespoon, so I'm just going to do 3 kind of heaping ones. And that is it for this one. So we will add our chicken last. And once we add our chicken, this will be ready to go. So this, you're going to just set it in the crock pot. You're going to set it in the crock pot, let it kind of cook all day. It's going to go great over some rice. And so you know your almond butter or your peanut butter is in there. So try and smush that around before you put your chicken in, just to get it all nice and work through. All right, Ruby, be very gentle. All right, but that is a great job for you. All right, so Ruby, be very gentle. You're not being very gentle. There you go. So
I smush the big pieces.
Yeah, so Ruby's on smushing duty. If you have peanut butter, it probably won't be that hard to do, especially if you use the smooth peanut butter. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to our sheet pan sausage and veggies.
Also, if you use this has big clips, and so you want to like try and smush those around.
So we're going to go ahead and add our sweet potatoes. And our green beans. So we won't use all of these green beans.
Yeah, because you need some if you're making it.
Alright, so we're just going to grab a whole bunch and slide them in here.
You want to smush it and don't it anymore.
And then just check out to make sure none of them have gone bad. And so typically a big bag like this will probably be, Ruby, wait for me, wait. So typically a big bag like this will go for at least 2 sheet pan meals for us. It also probably would be something that if you want to just quickly throw them on the stove, would go great with the Thai almond chicken crock pot meal. And so occasionally it'll still have a couple of those on it. Are you done, Ruby?
No, it's just got a little more.
Alright. So that looks good. Alright, Ruby, I think we're done. I think you did a great job smushing. Alright, so we're going to put that at the back. Alright, nope, that one, I didn't like how that one. Oh, no, that one looks fine. Alright. No, that one doesn't look fine. Okay. Alright. I don't like how this looks either. Okay, so we're going to add some olive oil. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So we're going to keep using this one, so I'm going to wash it really quickly.
Is this olive
oil? No, ma'am, that is not olive oil. Yes, that is olive oil.
oil.
Yep.
And if you put it on food, it tastes so good. You just can't take it, so you better eat it all. Well, not eat it. You know.
Alright, so.
You know what? You know.
So let's go with our olive oil. So we need 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. And so you'll add a little bit to the sheet pan right before you put everything on it. But there we go. All right, and then we're going to do half a teaspoon of our garlic powder. Let's see if we can find half a teaspoon. All right, this is half a teaspoon, and this is our garlic powder.
We use it for also making the...
Oh, a little extra garlic. All right, some dried oregano.
Making the blanket for the turkey.
So the blanket for the turkey. So that is the turkey rub. So me and Ruby made a video making the turkey rub. So it will forever be known as the blanket. No ma'am, that has almond butter on it. The blanket for the turkey. All right, so we're gonna add a teaspoon of our paprika. You can use smoked, sweet, whatever you got at home. All right, and so I need the teaspoon back. All right, so this is a half a teaspoon. So we'll do 2 of these. All right, let's see. And then we're just going to do a couple little red pepper flakes.
Like she said, her family does not like spicy meat.
That's a little too much, so we'll put the rest down here. Okay, so what else? I think we just have our sausage left, so I'm just going to put in a little bit of salt.
And then we gotta swish it around so get all that salt and pepper.
A little bit of salt and pepper, and I'm going to move it to the back until we add our sausage.
Swish it around.
No, Ruby, we're okay. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and make our honey sesame, because that is a really quick one. And so we're just having to make the sauce for it, and then we'll cut up the chicken and put the chicken in. Hold on, Ruby.
This is from Olive Garden, my mommy's favorite restaurant.
That is not from Olive Garden, but that is a restaurant that I really like. Alright, and so we're going to go ahead and open up our honey, and we need 1/3 cup of honey. So not the biggest one, not the second biggest one, but the one up under that. Not right now, Ruby. Can you hand me that measuring cup up there? Mm-hmm. Nope, not that one. Yep, that one.
Can I do it?
All right.
Put it in.
Yep.
I thought you said I could put it in.
I haven't put it in yet, Ruby. Watch what you're doing. Ruby, hold it still. Hold it still. Hold it still, baby girl. Hold it still. Alright, so I'm just going to use this to kind of wipe out let go, Ruby. Wipe out all the extra honey. Alright, can you get me the other measuring cup? The one that closest to the camera? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Alright, and so now we're going to put in our soy sauce with this one. Or our coconut aminos.
Which is my favorite.
And so you're actually going to need 2 bags for this one. So the chicken and the cornstarch is going to go in one bag. And then the sauce is going to go in the other. And so if you want to use a smaller bag for the sauce, that would be appropriate. Cover your mouth. Alright, so we're going to rinse this so we can get some more garlic. Alright, and so we need, it calls for 4 cloves. So 1,
2,
2,
3, and 4.
Alright, so there's all of our garlic. 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds. Alright, Ruby, can you hold this? Hold this. So we're going to do 2. Alright, dump. Ruby, flip it over. Just flip it over, Ruby. Alright, and dump. a couple red pepper flakes.
As in everyone.
And then some sesame seed oil. Put it back, Ruby. I need it. Alright, so we're going to do 3 of these. Alright. Okay. Alright, and so now this one is just going to need our chicken and our cornstarch. Well, actually, this bag's completely done. Ruby, if you want to smush it together, you can. But let me make sure it's good and closed. Alright. Smush, 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 smush. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and add some cornstarch to this one. And our 1/4 of a cup has tons of sesame seeds in it. Or tons of coconut aminos in it. So we're going to get another 1/4 of a cup, hopefully. Yes.
And if you put a lot of sesame seeds in, and then you just put sugar all over it.
Cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
Alright, so we're going to move this to the back.
Just put candy in it. That will be really good.
Alright, now we are going to make the marinade for our salmon. What are you doing, Ruby? Alright, so we got a smaller bag this time for our marinade. Alright. And so this is our honey mustard salmon. So we need a 1/4 cup of honey. So I thought getting this jar of honey would be easier. Stop, Ruby, stop. It turns out that was not the truth. That has made it more difficult. All right, I got it. Thank you.
You want to try and get as much as you can honey out. And if you can't get it up, just you gotta keep trying. Can't stop.
Alright, then 1/4 cup of our ground mustard. So actually, this is not something that we use very often in our house. And so I had to go grab some. Alright, and so we need 1/4 of a cup. So I just used the other honey cup. I got it, Ruby. I just used the other honey cup that was 1/3, so I just didn't fill it up all the way. So now this is 1/4 of a cup. All right. All right. So we have that. Now we need to add some garlic. We're going to rinse out our tablespoon so we can add some garlic. So we need 4 again. So we go through a ton of this garlic. It is one of our favorite things, and it is one of the things that saves me a ton of time meal prepping. So I got it. So we did 4 of our garlic. Now we need 2 apple cider vinegar. Can I get that back? Can you hold it? All right. 1, 2. Okay. All right. And then we're going to put in some salt. Sprinkle in some salt. Sprinkle in some pepper.
If you want to use pink salt, it tastes so good. So good.
All right, so now we need oregano. Let's see. Tom, what do you do with our oregano? Oh, it's right here, right in front of me. All right, so we need, let's see, how much oregano do we need? We need 1 teaspoon. So this is half a teaspoon. I got it, Ruby. So 1, 2. All right, so that's our oregano. Paprika. You can use smoked, regular, sweet. We're using sweet again, so it requires 1 teaspoon. Uh-oh. Are we running low?
There we go.
All right, 1, 2. Ooh. All right. We're going to have to put that on our list to remember. You okay? All right, onion powder. We need half a teaspoon of onion powder and then half a teaspoon of thyme. So that one that you claim I got from Olive Garden, Ruby, you can go ahead and open it up. All right, we're going to open up this little part. All right. And now all we need is a drizzle of olive oil.
Got it there.
All right, you can close it. You need a couple drizzles of olive oil. Ooh, we're running low.
And after, if you want to know, after this video, you can go buy some more.
Alright, so here is our marinade. So what we're going to do, as soon as you're, whenever you're getting ready to make it, you are going to take out 2 tablespoons. And so whenever you're ready to marinate your salmon, you're going to take off 2 tablespoons. Marinate your salmon. The first tablespoon is going to go on the potatoes. Let the potatoes cook with it. And then the second tablespoon is going to go on the broccoli. And so everything kind of gets a little bit of this. So we'll put this in the back. Are you a reindeer?
Yes.
So the next thing we need to do is to get our meat out. So we're actually going to do... Okay, Ruby, we're actually going to clean up really quickly. So I'm going to start by putting up all of my spices.
Mommy, we haven't used this one.
We didn't use that one?
No.
I didn't call for it. Mommy just grabbed it thinking we needed it. But it didn't call for it. So, all right. Alright, so make sure you're tidying up your space. That is going to help you significantly. Because once you stop, Ruby, because once you're done, you're not going to want to, or me, whenever I'm done, I typically don't want to clean up very much. So if I do part of it kind of during it, it won't look as overwhelming, and so I can get it done. All right. So that is going to need to go in the refrigerator, Ruby. Don't. Yep. All right, let's see if we can get this back on our... Hey, Ruby, I got that. Yeah, but I bet you didn't put it at the right spot. So we're going to have to clean off all that honey. All right, so can you push all of that into the trash can? And I'm going to put all of the measuring cups over here because we are done measuring.
You need?
No, we need that for our right here.
Even there.
No, that does not go. These are our instructions, Ruby. Can't throw those away.
Nah.
All right. So our space is starting to look like it is put back together. All right, so I got to put my ginger up. I use a different cutting board.
Sunrise in the kitchen light, kids asleep, the house so quiet. Morning prep, get ready for all the meals they can't ignore. Veggies chopped, they're looking keen, grains and greens and something lean. Fruit is fresh, it all lasts long, healthy meals keep them strong. Get ready for the week, my friend, healthy fuel that never ends. Mom's on it, she's got the knack, ready for the week, we're back. Lunch is packed, the fridge is full, easy dinners make it cool. Endless snacks keep hunger gone, keeping healthy all week long. Chopping, stirring, mix so neat, every meal a joy to eat. Moms know best, they always say, prepping meals day by day. Get ready for the week, my friend, healthy fuel that never ends. Mom's on it, she's got the knack, ready for the week, we're back. We're back. We're back. Sunrise in the kitchen light, kids asleep, the house so quiet. Morning prep, get ready for all the meals they can't ignore. Veggies chopped, they're looking keen, grains and greens and something lean. Fruit is fresh, it all lasts long, healthy meals keep them strong. Get ready for the week, my friend, healthy fuel that never ends. Mom's on it, she's got the knack, ready for the week, we're back. Lunch is packed, the fridge is full, easy dinners make it cool. Endless snacks keep hunger gone.
It's me, you water bottle.
And so we're grabbing the bag with the cornstarch. Can you put this on the bag clip? Thank you.
Sorry. I think I just a little point stop.
That's okay. Alright. And so I will disinfect this whole area when I am done.
Honey, I won't touch that piece. I won't touch that one.
Thank you. Alright, and since I'm cutting the chicken, I probably have no choice. I won't be able to keep a clean hand. And so this chicken, I don't know if I said, was buy one, get one free. And so I wanted to do some bone-in chicken thighs for the Crockpot meal. But this is buy one, get one free. Bless you. Thank you for covering your mouth. So I'm just going to cut this into strips.
Yes, strips make it the best dinner.
So if you kind of leave the chicken thigh rolled up, you're just going to cut it into strips. Hey, Ruby, can you grab that bag and move it a little bit closer to you? Nope, the bag right there. The bag right in front of you so they can see how I'm cutting. Nope. Move it so they can see how I'm cutting. Thank you. All right, yep. Don't get your water too close.
Because it's slimy.
You know, it's just chicken can carry bacteria sometimes, and so you want to rinse it so you can try and rinse off some of that bacteria, but you also want to make sure you're cooking it to an appropriate temperature because that will also get rid of that bacteria.
And if you eat the bacteria, you will get sick.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is kind of how that works.
Yeah, if you get sick, you'll get sick. And if you get better, you'll get better. Then we're just going to put it in the bag.
Yeah, that'll be our last step, to throw it in the bag. So whenever you're cooking these, you'll put some sesame seed oil or any type of oil in the pan. Once you do that, you will then add your
Mommy, how are you
chicken and
cutting
cornstarch.
it, but sometimes you don't see the strip?
Hmm?
How are you cutting it when you don't see the strip sometimes?
So this can really help you if you don't have an extra set of hands in your kitchen like I do. And so it just helps kind of keep the bag open. Of course, if you're using containers, you can do that instead. Don't touch it, Ruby, no ma'am. Alright, and so you want to cut out any extra fat if it's just kind of hanging on there. So once the chicken is all nice and kind of has like some golden pieces to it, then you're going to add in your sauce, let that get nice and bubbly, and you'll serve this over some rice. So a couple of the meals that we're having this week have the option to be served over rice. So if you want to make a big pot of rice at the beginning of the week, that would be super helpful in saving time.
Wonderful.
And then also give you the option to maybe have some fried rice if there's another meal that you need to do this week. So typically we do 4 meals each week because that gives us a day for leftovers. Also gives us 2 days for leftovers. Might give my husband a day to cook, and then also gives us, just in case we eat out one day, we're not wasting any food. And so what I love about meal prepping this way is a lot of times if you don't eat it, and say something comes up and someone invites you out for pizza, or someone has a late meeting, that they got you home to cook dinner, too late to cook dinner, you can easily just throw it in the freezer and just defrost it later and have an extra meal to eat later on. So this week is birthday week. This week is birthday week. Why is it birthday week? Because it's your dad's birthday. It's coming up.
Happy birthday, Baba.
A little premature, but hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. And so we will be eating out one day this week. Probably not eating out, but maybe ordering something to have at home, one of his favorite meals.
Sushi.
Yeah, and then we have a goal planning meeting also this week coming up with our neighbors. And so we definitely will, whenever they come over, we'll probably order something in that day too. What is that, Ruby?
Another one for cut it in half.
Okay, that's what goals are?
Yep.
We cut goals in half?
Yep.
That's how we achieve them, or?
That's how we achieve them.
Okay. Alright. Alright, one more chicken thigh to cut up. And then we are...
This big one?
Yep, and then we will be done with our meal prep. And all we have to do is kind of just sanitize the kitchen because we have this raw chicken in it. And so I will sanitize my sink, my counters. No, ma'am.
I was about to touch it and everything.
And so I'm going to try my best to get my kitchen spotless and then show it to you during the week. So because the goal is that if you meal prep one day, hopefully you're not spending that much time in your kitchen the rest of the week so it doesn't get dirty. And so we are able to keep our kitchen clean and find times to do other things. So I'd love for you to tell me in the group how much time this saves you and what you're able to do with the time you save. The sheet pan meal is a great example. You get home, you dump the sausage into a pan, throw it in the oven, and then you have time. You have 45 minutes maybe to do something for yourself. Maybe you read a book, go for a walk, do a workout, something like that. That's also a great one for your partner to do, or if you have teenagers, if they're good in the kitchen, that should be one that they're able to do. So hopefully you will find this helpful. I'm going to go ahead and clean my kitchen.